Mazda is proud to have been named the best SUV brand by U.S. News and World Report. Right now, get 0% for 60 months on both the Mazda CX-30 and the Mazda CX-50. Experience the Mazda difference and save thousands at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning. It's 7:03 here on a Tuesday morning, getting you started with a little happy ditty here.
Happy
90s
ditty.
now.
Happy ditty. Johnny, you gonna behave? Maybe, he says. We'll see. Maybe that means getting
We'll
fired.
give him a minute to get right.
Well, a minute to get right? That's all it's gonna take. You never quite know, Cap. Never quite
I feel
know.
like I need to gear up here.
You do.
Get some
That's it.
pads, a
Buckle
helmet
up.
on.
Yeah,
We don't know where this might
Nope.
be
And
headed.
he's close. You're closer to him than we are.
That's
So, I
true.
mean, you
That's
are a buffer.
true.
Can we negotiate a trade?
Nope.
Get Shefty,
Stay there.
Get
Wow.
Shefty on the line.
Ooh.
See?
Okay.
See a reference to sports.
Serious.
So, all right, trading the weather. Actually, kind of similar to yesterday.
Yeah, the difference today is rains won't last as long as they did yesterday. Shouldn't be as heavy as they were yesterday either. This morning, the main issue right now is some fog that's developed the last hour. That's a live look over downtown. And Sky 9 View brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. You can still see the top of St. Joseph's Cathedral, but losing some of the tops of the downtown buildings. Now, the airport still reporting visibility 10 miles or better, but clearly lower than that downtown and eastward. Gonzales right now at 1.25 miles. Just keep an eye out. A little bit of fog in some areas. Another mild start. Most of us in the mid to upper 60s. Baton Rouge right now at 66 degrees to start it out. Most of the rain overnight and this morning has been from Terrebonne, Lafourche parishes through Metro New Orleans. Seeing a few light returns around Metro Baton Rouge, so can't rule out a couple of raindrops on the windshield, but nothing major the next couple of hours. But I do have storm chances increasing late morning through about mid-afternoon. Temperatures up around 70 at lunch and then climbing into the upper 70s later this afternoon if we do get a little sunshine breaking out after potentially we get some storms. So let's give you a look at Futurecast. This CHRRR model shows a few showers here through mid-morning. That's 9 o'clock. Now here we are at noon and you see storms starting to break out once again. That's 1 o'clock where we actually pause. This is kind of the trailing edge of a disturbance that'll be moving to our north. It continues those storms eastward late afternoon into the evening. Might be a lingering shower or two, but tonight any rain will come to an end. So I guess again, best rain chances late morning through about mid-afternoon. We can't rule out an isolated strong storm today. We had a few warnings yesterday. So again today, a 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe weather. Damaging winds and hail would be the main concerns if we get any stronger storms developing. We give you a first alert, though. Another round of storms expected by Friday. That one might even have a little greater potential of producing some strong to severe storms. A 2 out of 5 slight risk of severe weather is posted on Friday for most of our viewing area. Now, in terms of rain amounts going forward, some of you got 2 to up to 4 inches of rain yesterday. An additional 1 to 2 for most of us between today and Sunday morning. So we'll get some rains today in many areas, and again Friday and early Saturday. So when you tally that up, an additional 1 to 2 on average, although it could be higher in spots. So posting a first alert today, just give you a heads up to maybe an isolated strong storm. Wednesday and Thursday we dry out. It's going to be warm with highs in the low 80s. Another first alert Friday with storms returning, some of which could be strong. Good news is most of that should exit early Saturday, leaving us with a drier, cooler weekend. Don't forget, spring forward. Saturday night, Sunday morning, daylight saving time begins. Clocks go ahead an hour, and then next week starts out not bad with highs in the 70s. All right, 7:06. Let's get a check on your Tuesday morning drive now, John.
So next week, by the way, the show will start at 5:30 instead of 4:30 because we're going forward 1 hour. So we'll be tuning in at 5:30 instead of 4:30 starting next week. Just FYI for 9 News This Morning. Okay, we're taking you out toward the Denham Springs area, and you're still seeing some slower traffic coming in from Denham right around Jubin, but not too bad until you get to the Range on-ramp and then past the Amite River Bridge on into East Baton Rouge Parish, and still a little slow right here at the 1012 merge in both interstates between Essen Lane and the 1012 merge. Here's a live shot of that from our Gordon McKernan camera on top of Gordon's building right there near College. That's facing kind of toward the downtown area. This is now facing facing back toward College. This is the Acadian Thruway DOTD camera. You can see the Marriott's now disappeared for the most part. Fog has rolled in a little later this morning than it did yesterday. We are dealing with some lower and reduced visibilities, so do be aware of that as you make your way around the capital city and beyond. 7:07, 7 minutes after. We'll give you some top headlines, what you might have missed during 9 News this morning. It's called 9 News Now. We do it every weekday at 7 here on The Plus. We'll be right back.
Well, welcome back. Coming up on 7:09 here on a Tuesday, following a lot of things.
Yeah, and actually, we're going to start you with a couple of law enforcement agencies, a few of them actually looking for two different people in South Louisiana, but for very different circumstances. Wanted to start you actually with a fugitive being looked for right now.
Yeah, this is Trent Hayward, 33-year-old Trent Hayward. Louisiana State Police looking for this man. They say he's wanted for 2 charges of attempted second-degree murder and illegal use of a weapons charge. If you think you've seen him, well, that number to call, it's going to be Crime Stoppers. You see it at the top. It's 344 stop.
Now, okay, so that we mentioned that was one of 2 being looked for. Got another one, but this is a missing teenager. So let's introduce you to 16-year-old Tyler Madison. Zachary police say he's missing out of their area. You can see the description: 6 feet tall, last seen wearing gray t-shirt, black shorts. But Liz, there's some things that he is missing, does not have, that Zachary PD wants to make sure folks know about.
Doesn't have a vehicle, a car, or a cell phone, and they think that he's out of the Zachary area. So please take a good close look at his face. This is 16-year-old Tyler Madison. We've also shared his photo in this story on the 9 News app and our Facebook page. Go ahead and share it so we can make sure he gets back home to his family.
Let's get home, right?
Please.
Let's get home.
That's the goal.
Apparently some of the bills that Governor Jeff Landry wanted passed are now getting home, so to speak, signing those. He's got a signing day, actually a couple of them, today and tomorrow, Capitol and New Orleans. It's all about the special session on crime, so he's going to start to put pen to paper now.
That's it. Starting today at 4 o'clock, or at the 4th floor of the State Capitol building. That signing period is going to be in Baton Rouge. That's actually happening at 10 o'clock this morning. It's a press room. Our Capitol correspondent's going to be there. And then tomorrow in New Orleans, he's going to be there at the Port of New Orleans, signing some other crime bills that were passed during the special session. A lot to follow, and that's why he's doing it over a 2-day period.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, some of the stuff is, you know, everybody knows the concealed carry stuff, and you got some lawmakers, because of that, thinking about possibly creating more gun-free zones, including something like the French Quarter. You're seeing some of the video in here. So
a lot to get to over the next couple of days, and a lot of things, ripple effects because of that. Okay, let's talk about voting. We've got a lot of it going on here, right?
Sure
We've got
do.
Super Tuesday today from coast to coast, 16 different states. We've got voting in our part of the world, early voting set to begin. Primaries taking a lot of the headlines.
That's it. So in Louisiana, just know early voting kicks off this Saturday, but Election Day itself, that's going to be Saturday, March 23rd. So again, early voting period going to kick off this Saturday through next week, exclude Sunday. If you are voting with an absentee ballot, well, you have to request that by March 19th and return it by March 22nd. We know these are a lot of dates to throw at you. That's why we're showing you now, but we're also going to have this information on the app, and we'll remind you when those deadlines approach.
Trying to make it easy.
That's the goal.
It is the busiest day of the primary election season, right? Other than the big election come November time, this is the day, Super Tuesday, right? 16 states, folks going to the polls right here, and they're going to be voting, obviously. And these two, the projected front runners, you just saw them right there, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. The Supreme Court saying just yesterday Donald Trump can remain on the ballot, so everybody's ballots look to be kind of filled out. Everybody knows the names. We'll see how it falls today.
Hundreds of stakes delegates are at stake here, but right now it's not looking projected to have Biden or Trump meet enough of those minimums.
No,
so
not yet,
we're going to see how that all plays out today. CBS News keeping an eye on all of that, and we're going to let you know throughout our newscast today as well.
Cleaner, fuel. That'd be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Just environmentally friendly.
Sure.
So Louisiana Clean Fuels Group, an organization, what they try to do, they're a big-time group out there, what they try to do is interact, Liz, with private public companies that have fleets of vehicles. So like maybe somebody like a WAFB and their news vehicles.
Yes.
Could we possibly turn those into cleaner burning fuel vehicles?
I think that's the goal eventually. Right now they have a grant thanks to the Department of Energy and thankfully some local donors who want to contribute that. Right now, Louisiana Clean Fuels working with local municipalities. So think like city and parish governments, even state fleets, right? So if you have a company car, maybe about 10 to 20 or whatever you consider a fleet, they're working with them to make sure that they are emissions friendly, to make sure Louisiana is kind of cutting down on some of those emissions. Now, keep in mind that it's actually a nonprofit organization. They don't lobby. They're working with the state and with major companies. That's where some of that money is coming from, to make sure that some of that funding for these vehicles, that's there for you.
Kelly Hubbard was talking about that this morning. She's put together the story. It's waiting for you at the website and the app if you want to check that out. Something else you want to check out, West Side, West Baton Rouge. Get on out to the library, right? They are hooking up, so to speak, with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library.
This is awesome. So because of this program, any child between 2 and 5, they're able to get a free book. All you have to do is sign up. They have forms there at the West Baton Rouge Parish Library there, all the branches. In fact, you can fill out a form by picking one up at the library, or we have this link to Sweet Dolly there in that 9 News app. The story is ready and waiting for you to print out, where you can mail it in, or you can bring it right back to the library. Try to make it really easy for children of all ages to read, and you can see they've got them different books separated by age and grade, and so they make it really easy for kids born in 2024 to start reading.
It's just, is there anything Dolly does? It's not just awesome, and so West Baton Rouge jumping on there.
Yeah, Queen Dolly is what it should be.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, Queen Dolly. There you go.
You think Johnny's in West Baton Rouge?
Oh, he's already on his way.
Probably. Trying to get a book.
I think.
Johnny, you taking a nap?
Oh, good gracious. Are y'all up there already?
We'll wait for you.
Every day. Every day.
Hold on.
though?
Yeah.
He'll get here just in time for the
music,
show to end.
like game show music, the buzzing music. Oh, nice.
Is he saying doom?
Jinx, you owe me coffee.
That's I should have stepped in better.
Increased body length, impressive performance, with the reliability and durability to drive on or off-road. The new 2024 Tundra is pure Toyota. Get great savings on your new Tundra right now at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill, a member of the Team Automotive Group.